Motion Stitch is a MotionTwin feature that differs from traditional Unreal Engine sequencer animation blending, which in essence is a manual crossfade between animations where users manually tweak easing properties and custom curve assets. Motion Stitch combines two animation sequences using machine learning by taking the last few frames of the first animation and the initial frames of the second animation, and its algorithm weaves animations' contexts together into a smooth transition. Let's discuss some of the parameters. Blending length specifies the segments of the motion sequences that are tailored by the algorithm to facilitate a seamless integration. It selects the concluding frames of the initial sequence and the opening frames of the subsequent sequence for modification, ensuring a smooth transition between the two. Context frames are the segments of the motion sequences that extend beyond the blend area. Although these frames are input into the algorithm, they remain unaltered and serve solely to provide the algorithm with additional motion context. This information helps in preserving the natural flow and continuity of the sequences throughout the blending process. Bridge frames allows for the introduction of entirely new motion frames between the two sequences being joined, effectively creating a bridge that connects them, resulting in a smoother transition between animations. In this example and demonstration, we are going to replicate this motion trajectory animation generated by MotionTwin that's blended with a Mixamo kick animation. And then we'll stitch those two together. In addition, we'll stitch an animation of jumping jacks that will follow the kick. In order to do that, let's start off by stitching the trajectory, which has the character running around both corners, or running around the first corner with the kick. In order to do that, let's select Tools, Motion Stitch. For animation 1, let's search for 0854 SMPL. And then we're looking for the Mixamo animation, which is the kicking no mirror animation. When the retargeter comes up here, we want to select Mixamo to SMPL, RET Mixamo to SMPL. Note for the retargeters inside of the plugin details, which are accessible when you select settings for the content browser and check show engine and show plugin content, actually specifically show plugin content. You can find some retargeters that we've set up for the passive marker man in Mixamo. We have the passive marker man to SMPL, and then we have SMPL to passive marker man. I've retargeted, for this example, the Mixamo Racer character here. I have Mixamo to SMPL and SMPL to Mixamo. So right now, for our purposes, we need to take that Mixamo animation and set the retargeter in Motion Stitch for animation 2 to RET Mixamo to SMPL. This would be passive marker man to SMPL if you were to use the plugins content. We'll leave the blending length and content frames and bridge frames at their defaults. Actually, you could put a blending length of 10. That's not a bad idea. 10, 25, 0. And then for the target mesh, select CH2 non-PBR, or you can leave this blank and we can do the retargeting at the end. So I'm going to clear this and we'll just stitch and generate an SMPL animation. We'll retarget it after to the racer. With the stitch job complete, let's just take a look at the animation. See that it came through. Excellent. And we have that kick there. So what we want now are some jumping jacks. Let's select tools, motion generation. Let's just decrease the frames to 180 and then use a simple prompt of jumping jacks. Select generate. Excellent. Let's just take a look and see that the jumping jacks came through. Excellent. And now let's stitch these two animations together. Select tools, motion stitch. Animation 1 is the stitch we did of the character running around the corner along with the kick. And animation 2 is the jumping jacks. And blending length is at default 10. Context frames is at 25 for default. Bridge frames 0 for default. Let's select stitch. Great. Let's take a look at the animation. The character running around the corner, performing the back kick, and then switching to jumping jacks. That's looking good. Let's just retarget the animation. SMPL to Mixamo. Retarget. And there we go. Let's just remove both our animations now. Plug in this updated animation. Rotate the character a little bit. Let's go into our sequencer. Delete those animations and with our actor selected, which is that animation, add it, CC2D that we need. There we go. Character's going over a little bit, but that's okay. Running across the street, coming in, doing a kick, and some jumping jacks there. So let's just take a look at that one more time, a little closer. Comes around the corner, runs alongside the street, turns the corner again, does a back kick, and jumping jacks. Just take a look at it from this angle as well.